You know
With or
what?
without Zion, I think Houston takes this game. They're rolling right now.
You know what? I don't have any faith in Houston. I don't even care. I'm going Pelicans in the under. I don't even care. I don't care. I don't have any faith in Houston at all.
Sorry, Houston, Texas.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Over the Hill Hoops podcast, episode number 17. I'm Patrick here in Las Vegas, joined by the big dog down there in Texas. What's up, Randy?
What's up, homie? How's it going?
I am rolling this morning. I'm ready to rock. Only 2 basketball games last night.
Yeah.
The first one was a really good game. I enjoyed it. The second one was a little bit boring, I have to admit. I wasn't overly excited about the second game. It always pains me if you're trying to grow this sport internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Send some banger teams down there to play. You don't want the Hawks and the Magic. You know what I mean? They do the same thing in the NFL. They'll do a game in London and they'll send the Jaguars against the Colts. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. It makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, me too. No sense whatsoever. I didn't watch the second game. I fell asleep in the second game. So
Yeah, you are old, so I get it.
Yeah, very old.
All right, let's take a sneak peek at last night's games. First game was the Bucks and the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers won 126-124 at home. I took the Bucks -3.5 and lost. Disclaimer: I didn't know Damian Lillard was going to be out when I took that line, so I didn't realize that, but I did lose that bet. You took the Pacers +3.5 and won. The over/under was 241.5 points. We both took the over and won. We both kind of figured that was going over, so it went to 250 points. Yeah, man, these Pacers, I've seen them play one time before tonight, I think. And man, last night I watched them play. Like, golly, they're tough.
They are. They're good. They're a really good team. Tyrese Halliburton's getting it done this year. He's gonna be a big time All-Star. He had 29 points last night, so he was on fire. And Miles Turner had another good game, 21 points.
Well, he was hot in the first half, or at least in the first quarter. He kind of cooled off a little bit, but yeah, he was kind of killing it there in the first quarter.
Yep. Yeah. They overall, man, they play tough. Yeah, even though that Milwaukee didn't have Dame in there, but still, this Indiana Pacer team, they're on a roll right now.
Yeah, whenever we picked in the beginning of the year, I think you picked the Pacers 7 or 8 in the East, something like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have them on my list at all. I mean, this team fell under the radar for me completely. I slept on them pretty bad. I had the Knicks and the Nets above them, but looks like I was bad wrong on these guys right now. So, yeah, I like that kid Benedict Mathurin. He played really, really well too last night. Yeah. I didn't know that this team shot so many threes. Like I think they shot like close to 50 3-pointers last night. It was a lot. I don't remember how many it was, but it was up there, man.
Yeah. They were 20 for 48 behind the 3-point line.
Yeah. Of course, not having Dame really hurt the Bucks last night.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say besides Giannis dropping 54 and 10 or 54 and 12? It's insane. Insane. And for a guy it's crazy that a guy like that really doesn't have, I mean, he can shoot a little bit, but he doesn't have, he's not a real shooter that you would think you could just, hey, let's put 3 bodies in the paint and block him covered down. Let's make Chris Middleton beat us with 19 points last night. Let's make Brook Lopez make 3-pointers. Let's cut off the paint to Giannis or make him a jump shooter. I would every time. Right. Make him a passer, make him a shooter. Like,
well, here's an interesting stat I seen last night was Giannis went to the free throw line 18 times. Yeah. I think I hadn't seen anybody that on my knowledge of right now there's been that many this year in a game.
I think the record's right in the 20s, in the low 20s. I'm not sure though. I'd have to look that up. I think it's like
he was 16 for 18 last night.
That's crazy because he's a terrible free throw shooter.
I know. He was on fire last night though. Yeah. He was you couldn't stop him. It was nuts.
I don't know why they don't employ that strategy, the hack-a-shack on him at some points. I would if I was a coach, you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially down at the stretch if it's a close game like it was last night.
Yeah, Chris Middleton had 19. Brook Lopez only had 2 points, but he had 3 blocks. He's one of those guys that's a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year too. Didn't he get second last year whenever Triple J won it? Wasn't he second in the runnings for that? If I remember, I have to look that up too. But
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
think he was. I think he was up there in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look. Malik Beasley with 13. Other than that, Bobby Portis was the highest scorer with 11. So it was Giannis with 54, Middleton with 19, and then just nobody else really doing much else over there. Of course, not having Dame kills him. So
yeah, big time.
Yeah. Oh, and the coach got kicked out in the third quarter. Is his name Adrian Griffin? I want to say that's his name for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
He got ejected apparently on that play wherever Campaign went in for a layup, and I thought he got fouled. And then Giannis grabbed the offensive rebound, and he thought he got fouled, and then he got the dunk on it anyways. But I didn't see what happened. From what I read, apparently he got mad that Giannis didn't get the call, which is fine. You know, he got a technical for that. And then he said something disrespectful after that, and then they booted him for that. So you got double tech right there. So
yeah,
they don't really do a good job of showing that kind of stuff on live feeds. So it makes me sad. I wanted to see him yelling in the ref's face, but
right.
All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. We are. It was the Hawks and the Magic in Mexico City. The Hawks won, made a good comeback and won 120 to 119. We both took the Hawks minus 3.5 and lost, and we both took the under 231.5 and lost. We did not do well last night, Randy. You went 2 for 4, I went 1 for 4. So, hey, you're back at 50%, and you gain 1 point on me. You're catching up. So,
yeah.
You said you didn't get to see this game last night.
No, I fell asleep.
You tapped out, huh?
Oh yeah, I pulled a double the night before, so
yeah. I hear you. Yeah, you're good. What are you seeing from these Orlando Magic though?
From what I read this morning and watched the highlights, were this for who the Orlando, their whole starting five. I mean, really had pretty good games. Fultz was Marcus Fultz was back. He dropped 13. Everyone else, was in their whole starting lineup was in double digits. Jalen Suggs, though, he dropped 21. I believe he was the high point for that team last night. But it seemed like everybody pulled their part. I just think this young, scrappy Orlando Magic team is just a piece or two away from making a playoff push.
Yeah,
a deep playoff push.
Are they the youngest team in basketball? Is that right, or am I wrong on that? Maybe I'm wrong. They're one of the youngest teams
between
in
them and the Spurs.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe, yeah. The Spurs are young too. Yeah, these guys, they need a few years. If these guys can stay together for a few years, they're probably going to be all right. They're going to be contenders in the East. But and like you said, we'll see how these guys develop. Paolo Banchero's having a much better year, 17 points. I mean,
he's balling out this year.
He's making a candidacy for the All-Star as well. So
I think Voss Wagner may be coming as an All-Star.
He's good. Franz Wagner's really good. His older brother, I guess Mo Wagner's older than him, but he's not quite as good as Franz. But I actually like these brothers down there. And this game came down to a shot at the end. I think Paolo missed the shot. I don't remember who it was that grabbed the board. It was like Fultz or Suggs. One of the guards grabbed it and threw the ball away to Trae Young. He got it and ran the clock out. So it was a tight game, but the Hawks were down pretty good for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trae Young over there just doing what he does. 41 points, 8 assists.
Underrated point guard.
He's great, man. Really, really great. DeJounte Murray only had 16. Jalen Johnson had 19. 9 boards too, though. This team right here, we've talked about them before. They're just missing something. They're missing a little bit. Boban got it done off the bench. Bogdanovic, 15 points. I mean, outside of Trae Young, nobody really had an outstanding game. I mean, Capello, 6 points, 11 rebounds. We need more from you in the starting lineup, homie. Yeah, I mean, this team, they're just, like I said, they're going to fight for that play-in spot and then probably be a first-round exit, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see. That was the only 2 games for last night, man, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. You wanna hop into tonight's games and see what we got going on?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me pull up the betting lines. You grab some injury reports. I forgot to bring this up. My bad.
These injury reports are not very accurate.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
ESPN, you're killing us. Get with the program.
Killing us, ESPN.
I understand there's a lot of these teams. Some of these players are late scratches, game time scratches, like Damian Lillard was. I said knee soreness or something.
Well, we're all to be fair, it's also 7:45 Pacific time right now, AM. So by the time lunch happens, 1, 2 o'clock, some of these guys, they might get evaluated at shoot around or whatever that day. So
Right.
see how they feel. All right, first game of the night, Philadelphia 76ers at the Detroit Pistons. Who you got on the report for this game?
Let's see. For the 76ers, Nicholas Batum is game time. And then for Detroit, we have 3 guys out. Jaden Ivey. I don't think Joe Harris has played this year. And Alec Burks is out.
Alec Burks hasn't played at all that I know of,
Yeah,
but I think Joe
Harris, right?
I think Joe Harris played a game or two. And who'd you say was the other one on the Ivy?
Jaden Ivey.
Oh, is he game time or is he actually listed as?
It says out.
Oh, he's out. Okay. All right. So the Philadelphia 76ers are favored 8.5 points on the road. The over/under is 224.5 points. What are you thinking on this one?
I'm taking the 76ers, man. They're competing for maybe between Boston and Denver and them as the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm going 76ers and the over.
You're going over 224.5. All right. I like the 76ers, but I'm going to take the under 224.5 tonight. Just see how that goes. All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. Charlotte Hornets at the Washington Wizards. Who you got on this report? These two played each other the last game they played, right? They didn't play last night, but night before last they played each other. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because we both took Charlotte and lost, and we took the under and lost. So
Charlotte or Washington has no one on the injury report.
No one's out. All right, so Washington Wizards are favored 2.5 at home. The over/under is 240.5 points. I'm sticking with what I did last time. I'm taking the Charlotte Hornets plus 2.5 and the under. I don't care how bad I lost that one.
Yeah, I was just looking at it too. I'm the same way. I don't have no faith in Washington right now.
They are going to allow a lot of points, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so both going the same way. Hornets and the under. All right, next game of the night. This one should be pretty good. I mean, Brooklyn
Nets. This is a rematch, right?
Boston Celtics. Wait, no, is it? Oh, no, maybe it is. No, because Boston lost the last game they played. Who'd they lose to? They lost to Minnesota. They lost to Minnesota last game, right?
I'm looking. Last 5 games. Oh, they lost to the 76ers.
Oh.
106-103.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. My bad. All right.
Yeah.
You're right. Who you got on the report for this one anyway?
Let's see. For Brooklyn, really? It says Ben the Brick Simmons is out. Cam Thomas is out. And Nick Claxton's out. And for Boston, Al Horford is out.
I'm just going to say this. Ben Simmons, I'm so sorry for the way Randy treats you on this show. I apologize. You're a much better player than he gives you credit for. I'm sorry. All right, so
you hold on. No. Hold on. He's a great rebounder and a facilitator, but as a shooter, bro, you're playing a child's game. Get in the gym twice a day, work on your shot. That's all I'm saying.
What about Giannis?
Huh?
What about Giannis? Why isn't he in the gym learning how to shoot?
I mean, he did drop 54. He's not averaging 4 points a game. So
he shot 47 times in the paint.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, a lot of these guys, their game's built on athleticism. They don't develop a jump shot for some reason. I don't know why.
I agree. You play a kid's game. Get in there and work. Anyway.
All right, I'm sorry. Did you say that Cam Thomas was out or Cam Johnson was out?
Cam Thomas is out.
Out. Okay. That's a totally different thing there. All right.
Yeah,
so
I might have said Johnson.
I just wanted to make sure. The Boston Celtics are minus 11.5 at home. The over/under is 228.5 points. What you got in this one?
Man, I've gotten big on that Brooklyn team, but I'm gonna have to go with Boston on this one. I'm gonna go with Boston in the over.
I'm taking Boston in the under since Cam Thomas is out, just because he's their biggest scorer this year. So I'm gonna take him out. Cam
Johnson is their biggest scorer. Cam Thomas is the one that's been out.
Wait, no, you got it backwards.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Cam Thomas is the big
I do.
score.
You're right. You're right. My bad.
So is Cam Thomas out tonight? Who's out, Randy? Tell me.
My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go with the under. My bad.
Okay, so Cam Thomas is out. The scorer is out.
Yeah, the score.
Not the big Afro guy. Okay, yeah. Cam
Correct.
Thomas got the bigger hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both going Boston and the under. All right. Okay, so the next game. That's all right, man. They got a lot of guys with the same names on the same teams this year.
Yep.
All right, so the Pelicans at the Rockets is the next game. Who you got on the report for that one?
I have, of course, CJ McCollum's out. I hope he gets back. Let's see. Zion Williams is game time. And for Houston, the rookie's out. Amen Thompson. That's it.
So, have they released a timetable on CJ yet? Have you seen anything? No.
Only thing I've seen that they said was he was just doing further tests since this is the second time within the last couple of years it's happened.
I wonder if Zion's actually going to play too. That's going to be a make or break thing for me.
So what's the line?
The Rockets are -2.5. The over/under is 218.5 points.
So I'm going to go with Houston and under.
Ooh, you're taking Houston.
Yeah, they're on a 4-game win streak, dude. They're hot. I'm going to ride with them to this time. See if they're.
I would like to take the Pelicans.
Me too.
If Zion's playing, but I don't know.
You know what? Without Zion, I think Houston takes this game. They're rolling right now. Dude.
You know what? I don't have any faith in Houston. I don't even care. I'm going Pelicans in the under. I don't care. I don't have any faith in Houston at all.
Sorry, Houston, Texas. Yes, I have faith in you, bro. I have faith in y'all. Y'all got this. One more game. I got to get up on you.
All right, next game of the night is the Utah Jazz at the Memphis Grizzlies. Who do you got on the report for this one, Randy?
Walker Kessler is out. And for the Grizzlies, Derrick Rose is still out. Xavier Tillman is out. And that's it.
All right, the Grizzlies are -4.5. The over/under is 230.5 points. These are two of the bottom feeders in the West. I guess I'm going to take the Grizzlies at home and the under. I don't know in this game. What about you?
Yeah, I don't even want to pick this game. I don't like this pick of this line. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Jazz and the under.
Yeah, the Jazz aren't I think the Jazz are a better team. I just took the home team in this one. Like I don't know.
Home
man.
team.
Home team. All right, Minnesota Timberwolves at the San Antonio Spurs. Who you got on the report for this game?
Yeah, no notable names for Minnesota and San Antonio. Everyone's a go as of right now.
All right, Minnesota is favored 6.5 on the road, and the over/under is 225.5 points. What do you got in this one?
I'm taking Minnesota and what was that? 225.5?
Yep.
The under.
Yeah, I'm going the exact same way. Minnesota's defense is tough. San Antonio's a little banged up, getting some players back tonight. Apparently, with Vassell gonna be a full go. I'm curious to see how Wemby does against Rudy Gobert and Cat. That's his first real test with some big-bodied, defensive player. Gobert's a really, really good defensive player, so we'll see how this goes.
The last 3 games, Wemby, he scored 18, 19 points the last 3 games, but he hadn't had a dominant game.
Not since that 38 point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this goes. So we're both taking the Minnesota Timberwolves -6.5 and under 225.5. All right, next game of the night, LA Clippers, Dallas Mavericks. This game should be a banger. Who do you got on the report tonight?
For the Clippers, Mason Plumlee's out, and for the Mavs, Maxi Kleber is game time, and Derek Lively II is game time.
Maxi Kleber needs to play this year, man.
Yeah, he needs to get up.
The Mavericks are -1.5. at home, and the over/under is 235.5 points. Where you landing on this one? Or I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna take the Mavericks because they're at home. I do think the Clippers are a better team in a few weeks, but not yet. And I'm gonna take the under.
I'm taking the Mavs, and
235.5.
230. Oh, that's yeah. I'm gonna take the under.
Yeah, I like that as well. The Mavs and the under. That's probably the yeah, I like the Clippers defense. That's why I took the under. I think the Dallas doesn't really have a D, but that line's pretty big, and I like the Clippers defense. So, all right, next game of the night, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers.
Home team, baby.
Home team. Well, actually, they're the away
Lake
team.
Show is got to get it going
against the Phoenix Suns. Who do you got on the report tonight?
Let's see. We got Jackson Hayes, Anthony, the Street Clothes, Big Daddy Davis. They're both game time.
Mr. Houdini's game time. What about the Suns?
The Suns, Devin Booker is out again, and Bradley Beal is game time.
Bill went last game. I'm assuming this is the big game for them. I'm assuming he's going to be there.
So, what's the timetable on Book?
I don't know. I haven't really heard anything. I mean, if he's listed as out, I don't know. I mean, usually when these guys are listed as game time, they're going to go in the next few games. So if he's out, I don't know for sure. So, the Phoenix Suns are favored 3.5 at home. The over/under is 225.5 points. These two teams have played each other already once this year. Who won that game? Was it did the Suns win or did the Lakers win?
Lakers.
Oh yeah, the Lakers. They didn't have D-Book that night, right?
Yeah, or
no,
Beal. I don't remember. No, they had Book. They didn't have, I don't know.
Or was it the night that Booker didn't play a whole lot of minutes when he came back from that injury? I don't remember what it was.
It was something like that.
All right, I'm gonna let you pick first. It's your Lake show. You go for it, homie.
You know it, Lake show. I think that they got to get back in the win column.
Does it matter who they play? Are you gonna pick somebody besides the Lakers? Like if if the Lakers are playing the Nuggets and the line's 1.5 points for the Nuggets, are you taking the Lakers or are you taking the Nuggets?
Probably Lakers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That was my point.
I can't help it.
All right, Lakers plus 3.5. What do you got on the over under 225.5?
I'm gonna go. I should go Thunder, but I'm gonna go with over.
I like the Suns. I like the Suns and the under. You're taking the Lakers and the over.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Never would have thought you would take the Lakers, Randy.
Never.
All right. Next game of the night. Last game of the night. Oklahoma City Thunder at the Sacramento Kings. Who you got on this report?
We have other than De'Aaron Fox, no notable names on either side.
All right. The Oklahoma City Thunder are favored 1.5 on the road. The over-under is 230.5 points.
Going with OKC and over.
I'm going with OKC, but I don't know about the over-under yet. It just depends on how well, like OKC, when they're rolling, they're going 120, 130 points by themselves. So
I know.
I'm going to take the under, I guess, just because Sacramento doesn't have De'Aaron Fox, and they've been really inconsistent without him. So we'll see what Sacramento team shows up. I'm going to take the under. Man, that's all the games for the night.
NBA in-season tournament back on tonight.
How did I forget about the in-season tournament, man? I don't know what happened.
It's new. We only had one day of it.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because last what was it? Oh, this past Tuesday was election day, so they didn't have it. We didn't have any games. It was supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I guess we're done with all the picks. What else we got going on today, Randy?
Yeah, it's all the picks, man. I'm just hoping some of these guys get back from injury, and I'm really anxious to see what a lot of these new additions do. They acquired last week, how they're going to start gelling here in the next 10, 15 games down.
Well, specifically the Clippers, we're waiting to see what they're going to do. Well, what they're going to be like, right? Like, what are they going to do? What kind of team are they going to be?
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what kind of moves that LA is going to make, LA Lakers are going to make. I did see last night, I read a deal yesterday evening that they were talking about Siakam getting him. So
I mean, you're gonna play him at the 4, I guess, and AD at the 5.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about trading. Of course, I really believe D'Angelo Russell is on the block, and they were talking about sending D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura in a pick over for him. So that would be a big time pickup for the Lakers.
That'd be a good pickup, yeah. Yeah.
I know they're gonna trade some way.
Well,
I mean, sometime, but
the
it didn't
trade
happen. I just hope it doesn't do like they did last year. Remember last year, they waited until the All-Star break.
Yeah, in February. Yeah, that's when the trade deadline is in February. Yeah.
I know, but you only got about what 20, 25 games left after the All-Star break.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Man, do it before. That way, you get plenty of time to be able to get some gelling with your team. But I don't know. We'll see.
If it was me, if I'm the GM, I'm pulling that trigger early. Like if I'm saying, all right, look, I would wait 10, 15 games, maybe 20 at the most. And if we're 7-13, I'm making some moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like with the current state of this Lakers team roster? Where do you see them landing in the West? What position?
As of right, if it was
if this roster stays the same and it moves forward like it is, everybody's healthy. You get Vanderbilt back. AD has a healthy year, which we know that's not going to happen because it doesn't happen anymore. The last 5 years, he hasn't played a full season, so or even close to it. So,
I see him. I probably see him around 7-8.
Me too. Yeah, somewhere honestly 6 at best.
Yeah, at best as of right now. Yeah, I agree. They'll be in the play-in. Yeah. But I mean, look what they did last year. I mean, they made it all the way to the conference finals. They just ran into the best team in the league. It's been playing lights out. So what do you expect?
They really improved their roster last year after they get. I told you in the beginning of the year last year, Russ is not going to work there with LeBron. It's just not like I don't know why these guys can't find a good fit. Yeah, I know he could have,
but he could have. But the problem is a lot of these guys they don't want to get humble.
Exactly.
So you know what? Hey, I'm not the Russell Wilson Westbrook of when I was in OKC. My shot is off. Hey, but I can still be effective. I can be that 6th man off the bench, or even if he was starting as a point, be the facilitator. He's a big time. He's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. Still,
yeah, I mean that's the problem with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Neither one of them are really outstanding shooters. LeBron's a better shooter than Westbrook. Westbrook's not a great shooter. They both penetrate and pass the ball well. They can shoot. They get streaky. I mean, LeBron can make threes. Westbrook can make threes, but that's not their game. You know what I mean? That's why it doesn't work with them. It's like if you put LeBron James and Steph Curry on the same team, that would be the best 1-2 combo in basketball ever seen. Because Steph moves better without the ball than anybody that I've ever seen, and he's the best shooter I've ever seen. So LeBron would be able to find Steph in open spots all the time. It's the same thing with James Harden. It just doesn't work because the guy's lazy and he doesn't move around.
Speaking of a little bit on Golden State, did you see that Golden State has not come forth with any kind of contract extension for Klay Thompson?
Yeah, he's going to be a free agent next year. I'm telling you, dude.
I don't think they keep him. I think he's gone.
Well, all of that was based on last year. I think he's played pretty well so far this year. So we'll see how. If he continues to play like he is, he'll probably get a 2 or 3 year extension. But if he's struggling, if he's down 17, 18 points a game or lower, he's probably not. If he's 20 plus, he'll probably get that extension. But if he's down lower than that, I doubt they'll extend it because he makes a lot of money. I don't know how much he makes, but it's probably 30 million plus. I would assume. I don't even know. That could be way off. But let's look it up. Let's look it up. Klay Thompson contract.
Oh, he ain't hungry though. You know that.
Well, yeah, I
know
that's right.
Ramen noodles.
Let's see what he makes here. 40.6 million. So yeah. I mean, he's not worth it, honestly. And I love Klay. What they've done in Golden State. He's not worth 40 million a year. He's not. I mean, he what did he average last year? 20, 22, something like that. If he's around that, it's close. But he's a good defender too. He's a good perimeter defender. I like what he does there. But I don't think he's worth the 40 million anymore.
No, I don't think so.
What do you think about these Clippers? All right, let's just assume that it all starts working. They gel. Where do you see them landing in the West?
First of all, the Clippers, I don't think that they're big four. I don't think that's going to work out for them for starting. I think one of them is going to have to come off the bench for the second year.
I agree.
It's not going to work with them. There's not enough time in the game for them to get 18, 20 shots apiece.
Yeah.
And Paul George I think is the best player on that team right now.
I agree, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So he needs to be shooting the ball 18 to 23 times a game. Kawhi, he's going to have to get his shots in, and then Russell, he's going to jack up some uncommon shots that he shouldn't be shooting.
He does, yeah.
But as of right now, I think they land a spot ahead of the Lakers right now in the West. I mean, because the West is they're so tough right now.
If you could get one of those guys, Harden or Westbrook, to come off the bench, it's a great fit. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But those two on the court don't work. It's the same thing. Like, they have to have the ball in their hands to be successful. That's just how it is.
There's a couple of those guys going to have to get humble and take a back seat. So you know what? In order for us to compete or even win a championship here, we're going to have to change our game style. We're going to have to say, okay, I'm not the alpha dog here. I'm going to be a role player and let these other alpha dogs run the team and just fit in.
Yeah, I don't even know that if they do that, they're good enough to win the West, to be honest. I don't know that anybody can take down the Nuggets in the West. I don't
think so.
They are so good, man. Moving the ball. Like you talked about it yesterday. They're missing their second best player and they're still winning games because they are a team. They know how to play together.
Yeah. Well, outside of the Joker being the MVP, being the best player on that team, they're still, like you said, you also mentioned yesterday, they're still a good team.
Yeah, they play great team ball. Yeah.
So there's no one, I don't think, outside of Philly and Boston, I don't think there's any other team in the league that's actually a good team like they are.
Yeah, I agree. The thing about the Nuggets, though, man, they're so tall. Like, you look at their forwards, Aaron Gordon and MPJ, they're both like 6'10". They're both athletic. They can both shoot. KCP can shoot. They all play really good defense. Like, their starting lineup is just insane what they have.
Oh, yeah.
And Jamal Murray, I haven't really seen it a lot this year so far. I mean, he's 22 probably a game. I'm not sure. Dude, he is an amazing scorer. Like, you saw him last year in the playoff run.
You can't stop the guy.
The year before he got hurt, he's insane.
Yeah, you can't stop him, dude. He's awesome. I mean, he's nuts.
Yeah, he's underrated too. I hope he gets to make the All-Star game this year. I know that West is real tough, and he's probably not going to get there. He might, though, with Dame moving to the East. He might have a spot open up. You know, it's going to be him and Steph and competing with Shea he's going to be competing with. But he might actually have a chance to make it as a guard spot this year since Dame moved to the East. I don't know. I don't remember who all the guards were in the West last year that made it. I know it was Shea and Steph, and I think they take 2 reserves, but I don't remember who they were. I'd have to look it up, I'm sure. But well,
yes, sir. Yeah.
I could sit here and talk about teams all day with you if you want. I got nothing to do, man. We could talk.
Well, I can't say all day. I got things I gotta do. So. Well, Amy, my wife, they have early release today since our football team is in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but they take 4 teams to the playoffs now.
Oh yeah.
And so
there's 6 teams in the district. 8 teams. Yeah. Half the team makes it to the playoffs.
Here's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's what's so stupid. Like, we're 3-7 and going to the playoffs.
Dude, it's like playing in the AFC South, man. We
played Wall last week, right?
Yeah.
They beat us 69-0. They're number 1. You know.
Yeah.
So, like, we're going to the playoffs and we just got beat 69-0. No, that's dumb.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just how the alignment works, I guess, man. So.
Well, we have a young quarterback. Yeah, I think he's a sophomore. We have a young team, so there's no experience up there.
Well, we'll have to work on our football podcast another time, I guess. We'll have to stick to basketball for now.
I know. I do like football.
I do too. I actually haven't watched much football since basketball started back. A little bit, but not a lot.
I was watching the games last night.
I didn't even watch it.
Huh?
I didn't even watch it.
No, I was watching the Milwaukee and Indiana, and then on my other screen I had the Carolina and Panthers and the
Bears,
Chicago Bears playing.
Yeah. I didn't even watch it, bro. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Didn't even look at it. Don't even know who won. Don't even care. I'm serious, bro. Since basketball started back, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Oh, you care more about that. You care about food just by looking at you.
Well, I had a granola bar. It was pretty good.
What did y'all have for supper last night?
I made cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, they were good,
Yeah.
man. They were good.
I didn't eat supper last night. I was too tired. I just went to bed.
Yeah, we were sitting there, we're like, what are we gonna eat? And I was like, I bought a big pack of hamburger meat. I was like, you know what? I'll just throw some in the skillet. 3 burgers, some cheese, had some chips. Yeah,
You had 3 burgers?
oh, no, we had 3 burgers.
Oh,
I can though. Don't worry.
no joke.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. We'll be back tomorrow, I guess, doing some more, Randy.
10-4.
Peace.
Deuces.
Let's go.